Welcome back. Week 15 is done and you already know the drill. So we did kickboxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, CrossFit, and everything nice to go towards end of finale fight, which is in less than 5 weeks when I'm actually recording this. So a lot of fun and a lot of excitement too. So catching up for this week specifically, one of the biggest things is we've been ramping up our sparring even more than last week. So again, we're doing our sparring, as I mentioned, on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, at least. So just as Wimp the Warrior classes, but then there's also other sparring classes that you can actually attend if you want to as well. Now, kind of going back to this other theme before, as I mentioned, like I slept like 14 hours last Sunday then because my body needed that. Like overtraining is definitely a big issue. So although it's funny how when it comes to training, you got people that don't train enough and some people that overtrain, and neither of them are necessarily good. It's finding that balance point that sometimes can be more of a dance and an art form than anything else. So I've been really enjoying the sparring for sure. And I did mention in the last video that my pain tolerances actually went up, and it was really cool to experience that. And I copped a couple of strikes this week and the week before, and more significant ones, but I was able to shake them off. I was put into very very uncomfortable situations when it came to grappling and was able to move on from them. It's like it makes you realize that pain is temporary, but the gain that you get from training is gonna last you for the long term if you stick with it. It's probably like a very key difference that you have to remember. And the reason why I bring that up is that I know for me, when I actually started this whole Wimp to Warrior journey, it started out as an idea, like what if, like I've been in martial arts for quite a number of years now, and always thought, okay, what if I would actually do a cage fight? What if I would try MMA and actually test my skills? Wonder if I would ever do it. And it was always this kind of what if in my mind. And when the opportunity came up earlier than I ever thought it would actually come up in my life, it was quite a scary and exciting feeling. Because one, it was an exciting thing because I'm able to kind of fulfill this what if, and again, as a martial artist, I'm able to kind of learn some practical things and combatives and really test myself. But on the other hand, holy crap, like I'm gonna get hit, I'm gonna get tackled, I'm gonna get taken down, there's a risk of injury, and all those reasons kind of popped up like why I shouldn't do it. And now I'm actually here and actually getting hit sometimes, or getting even got knocked out like one time, or even hit in the groin and all that stuff. And then you realize that it sucks, but it's not that bad. Like it's survivable. And like again, you're under professional supervision, you're under some amazing coaching and mentoring by top level coaches and people that actually not just teach it but also doing it themselves. Like the instructors and the coaches we have are competing themselves, are training up themselves, are actually pushing themselves. We get to roll with some of our Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, with our Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coaches. We get to train with the people that also help us out to see where they are, and like you can also see them growing as well. Like it's awesome to actually be involved in a team and get mentored by people that are also going places, because like one of the main rules for life that I started following is that the 5 people that you hang out with the most, you become the average of. And especially when it comes to anything, but like for this, I want to be around people that are going places, are working and pushing themselves physically, because we are doing a physical challenge after all. There's a lot of personal development and a lot of personal gain from this, but there's ultimately that's that physical challenge. So it is beautiful to actually experience it, that not only become your teachers but also become the people that you can actually test your skills at and see where are your limitations, where are your strengths are, and grow from there, which I think is amazing. Amazing. I've been really enjoying this week for sure, and And I'm just super grateful for the fact that, as I mentioned, like, for me, this started as a scary and exciting goal. It was like, that sounds cool, but holy crap. And I challenge you, I encourage you, that if you have something in your life that you feel that will be cool, but that you feel that kind of pull back or a little bit of step of fear, that's completely normal. But that's your cue to actually do something, because as soon as I started living by that, as soon as I feel that scary and exciting feeling, that mixture of emotions where you're right on the borderline, is your opportunity for maximum growth. Like John DeMartini talks about, and he's the probably the #1 human behavioral specialist in the entire planet at the moment, alive. And he talks about the fact that you experience maximum growth like borderline, support and challenge, excitement and fear. So if you're able to find those opportunities where you're able to look at both the positives and negatives equally and go towards a goal that way, you actually get to get much more out of it than in any other circumstance, which is really awesome. So I encourage you, like, it might be not martial arts for you because like you have no interest in actually getting into a cage or a boxing ring or a Muay Thai ring or whatever to do that, but it might be asking out that girl that you always wanted to ask out. It might be the fact that you say no to the consistent harassment that you get from everyday people because you let yourself be pushed over. It might be the fact that you need to leave the job that you are, or maybe change courses that you're studying, or you need to maybe go against your parents or go against social norms, or even your identity that you have built up this far but it's not serving you anymore. Some of the most amazing experiences, amazing opportunities in life I had is when I actually went towards that scary and exciting feeling. So I encourage you to do the same. Now also other updates for this week as well. For example, on the Tuesday, we actually got a first glimpse of the poster of me and my opponent, which was very, very exhilarating, because as soon as I saw that photo, my heart just started beating fast and I could feel a physiological change in my system, because it all of a sudden became real. It's just not just when we found out who we're fighting, we had that a couple weeks ago, but when we actually saw it as a picture where your picture is with the other person's picture and there's a date and a place and everything, oh man, that's really making it real and really making it set in stone. There's no turning back, here we go. And it forces you to step up, which is fantastic. Now, also some other wins for this week. Like on the Tuesday, one of the things we were doing is one-handed cattle snatch squats, and we also did pull-ups or muscle-ups. Now, I wasn't able to do muscle-ups for every single round, but I'm so proud of the fact that the first round, I actually did muscle-ups. Like, that has been on my bucket list to be able to do properly for a long time. Now, I'm actually doing keeping muscle-ups. It's not a strict muscle-up, so I definitely want to actually get a handle of that. So yeah, it shows that I actually got my strength in a correct way. But it's humbling for the fact that something that was just a faint idea years ago in my mind now is my reality. Like, again, how cool is that? You're gonna have opportunities that if you just stick with certain things long enough, they will come to fruition. But it oftentimes is when you actually step into that fear and excitement part of your life, or that task, or that decision, or that program, like in my case, in your life. So that has been extremely cool. A lot of improvement when it came to wrestling. I was able to hit some takedowns, very significant takedowns. I was able to hit some really cool submissions. I'm getting much better with my control. And one of the things specifically on the Friday is and I think I pulled it up maybe once before, or maybe a handful of times before, is actually getting someone's back, standing up, and then lifting them up and putting them on the ground successfully. And that was literally something I learned on my very first jiu-jitsu class I did at Game Bread Academy. And it was this cool experience that, oh my god, now that it was something I learned like pretty much 3 months ago, now it's actionable and it's applicable for what I'm doing, because there's enough practice put into it to actually get to that point, which was freaking awesome. So ultimately, really remember that you're gonna have ups and downs in your journey, whatever you're going to do or whatever you not choose, because remember, even if you don't do anything, it's still a choice. You might as well choose the things that you want to go towards. So I'll finish with this. We are all the same. Like, there's no real difference between you and I, or Elon Musk, or Bill Gates, or Oprah, or Ellen DeGeneres, or anyone for that matter. Like, we all made up of the same basic chemicals, basic atoms and electrons and protons. And we all got the same brain. The only difference is we utilize that brain in a different way. Now, we all have our unique expression. And what I'm super passionate about is giving yourself the permission and the freedom to find your unique expressions fulfilling for you. So, hope you enjoyed this week's video. I know I enjoyed my week. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I actually started being more active on it. So that's Balint_Jozsa, which is BALINT_JOZSA. So Z first, then the S. And you can definitely follow me there. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video so you stay up to date with everything that we're doing, because after this, there's a lot of new ideas coming your way, so you do not want to miss this. Again, 5 weeks and less, and it's counting. And let's get this done. I'll see you in the next video.